We're reading Deuteronomy chapter 1 today. I've been so excited to finally get into Deuteronomy. I'm reading again from the Complete Jewish Bible. I do want to get my Amplified Bible for this section, but it's all good for now. All right, these are the words Moshe spoke to all Israel on the far side of the Yarden or Jordan River in the desert, in the Avera, across from Suf, between Paran and Tophel, Lavan, Hazarot, and Dazav. It is 11 days' journey from Horov to Kadesh Barnea by way of Mount Seir. On the first day of the 11th month of the 40th year, Moshe spoke to the people of Israel, reviewing everything Adonai had ordered him to tell them. This was after he had defeated Sihon, king of Amori, who lived in Heshbon, and Og, king of Bashan, who lived in Asherat at Edrei. There beyond the Jordan, in the land of Moab, Moshe took it upon himself to expound this Torah and said, Adonai spoke to us in Horeb. He said, you have lived long enough by this mountain. Turn, get moving, and go to the hill country of the Amori and all the places near there in the Avara, the hill country of Shephelah, the Negev, and by the seashore, the land of the Canaanite and the Lebanon, as far as the great river, the Euphrates River. I have set the land before you. Go in and take possession of the land Adonai swore to give to your ancestors, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, or Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and their descendants after them. And at that time I told you, you are too heavy a burden for me to carry alone. Adonai, your God, has multiplied your numbers, so that there are many of you today as the stars in the sky. May Adonai, the God of your ancestors, increase you yet 1,000-fold and bless you as he has promised you. But you are burdensome, bothersome, and quarrelsome. How can I bear it myself alone? Pick for yourselves from each of your tribes men who are wise, understanding, and knowledgeable, and I will make them heads over you. Those are very great characteristics to have. Wise, understanding, and knowledgeable. Verse 14, and you answered, what you have said would be a good thing for us to do. So I took the heads of your tribes, men wise and knowledgeable, and made them heads over you, leaders in charge of thousands, of hundreds, of fifties, of tens, and officers tribe by tribe. And at that time I commissioned your judges. Hear the cases that arise between your brothers, and judge fairly between a man and his brother, and the foreigner who is with him. You are not to show favoritism when judging, but give equal attention to the small and to the great, no matter how a person presents himself. Don't be afraid of him, because the decision is God's. The case that is too hard for you, bring to me, and I will hear it. I also gave you orders at that time concerning all things you were to do. So we left Horeb and went through all that vast and fearsome desert, which you saw on the way to the hill country of Amori, as Adonai our God ordered us, and we arrived at Kadesh Barnea. There I said to you, you have come to the hill country of Amori, which Adonai our God has given to us. Look, Adonai your God has placed the land before you. Go up, take possession, as Adonai your God, the God of your ancestors, has told you. Don't be afraid, or be dismayed. Verse 22, and you approached me, every one of you, and said, let's send men ahead of us to explore the country for us and bring back word concerning the route we should use in going up, and what cities we will encounter are like. The idea seemed good to me, so I took 12 of your men, one from each tribe, and they set out, went up to the hills, and came to Yishkol Valley and that's a word right there, recounted it, I think. And then they took some of the produce of the land and brought it down to us. They also brought back word to us, the land of Adonai our God is giving us to is good. But you would not go up. Instead, you rebelled against the order of Adonai your God, and in your tents you complained. It's because Adonai hated us that he has brought us out of the land of Egypt, only to hand us over to Amari and destroy us. What sort of place is it that we are heading for? Our brothers made our courage fail when they said, the people are bigger and taller than we are. The cities are great and fortified up to the sky. And finally, we have seen Akim there. I answered you, I answer you, don't be fearful. Don't be afraid of them. Adonai, so that was Moses talking to the children of Israel. Don't be fearful. Don't be afraid of them. Adonai, your God, who is going ahead of you, will fight on your behalf, just as he accomplished all those things for you in Egypt before your eyes. And likewise in the desert, where you saw how Adonai, your God, carried you like a man carries his child. That is so good. Along the entire way you traveled until you arrived at this place. Yet, in this matter, you do not trust Adonai, your God, even though he went ahead of you, seeking out places for you to pitch your tents and showing you which way to go, by fire at night and by cloud during the day. Adonai heard what you were saying. He became angry and sore. Not a single one of these people who this whole evil generation will see the good land I swore to give to your ancestors, except Caleb, the son of Jephunneh. He will see it. I will give him his descendants the land he walked on, because he fully followed Adonai. Also because of you, Adonai was angry with me and said you too will not go there. So Moses can't go either. Joshua, son of Nun, your assistant, he will go in there. So encourage him, because he will enable Israel to take possession of it. Moreover, your little ones, who you said would be taken as booty, and your children who don't yet know good from bad, they will go in there. I will give it to them, and they will have possession of it. But as for yourselves, turn around and head into the desert by the road of the Sea of Suf. Then you answered me, we have sinned against Adonai. Yeah, you did. Now we will go up and fight in accordance with everything Adonai our God has ordered us. And every man among you put on his arms, considered it an easy matter to go up to the hill country. But Adonai said to me, tell them, do not go up, do not fight, because I am not there with you. If you do, your enemies will defeat you. So I told you, but you would not listen. Instead, you rebelled against Adonai's order, took matters into your own hands. Took matters into your own hands. My dad do that all the time. You get stuck. We can't do this, folks. We cannot take matters into our own hands. They took matters into their own hands. They went up to the hill country where the Amari was living. On that hill country came out against you like bees, defeated you in Seir, and chased you back all the way to Hamarah. You returned and cried before Adonai, but Adonai neither listened to what you said nor paid you any attention. This is why you had to stay in Kadesh as long as you did. So Deuteronomy chapter 1 is reviewing everything that happened from Exodus to Numbers. And so that was the synopsis of what happened from Exodus to Numbers. That was hot. I don't know about y'all, but I enjoyed it. Y'all have a great day. I love you, but more importantly, he loves you. And all of this is about relationship. It's not about religion. Remember that.